Okay, moving right along here. Trying to write a system of equations to match a description here. The first two sentences should have been very straightforward. I'm going to choose to let A be the cost of apples. I'm not going to use O for oranges. I'm just going to say B for oranges. I'm not going to use O for oranges because those look like zeros. I'm going to do C for eggs. So we've got 4 apples plus 2 oranges plus 1 egg. I was going to say C for egg. Equals 21.53. That's all you needed to do. And then we've got 2 apples plus 5 oranges plus 3 eggs would give us 27.50. Okay. The last one, all that we have to do is just say, remember that is the same thing as equals, and more than just means plus. So A equals 1.3 plus the cost of oranges, which was B. And that's all that you needed to do for that one. Okay. In number 8, remember that when we get these outputs, this is basically saying 1x plus 0y plus 0z, 0x plus 1y plus 0z equals 2 in this case equals negative 3.8. Plus. So that simplifies to just mean that x equals 2, y equals negative 3.8, and z equals 0. Now over here, it's still saying that same thing. It's like it's saying that 1x equals 0, 1y equals 0, and 0. There are only zeros over here. 0 equals 1. Well, that's impossible, so this has no solutions. Okay, in number 9, we're trying to find the vertex of the equation. What we needed to remember here, principally, was that the x of the vertex, which is designated by the letter h often, is given by the formula, very simple formula, negative b over 2a. So in this case, that h is equal to, well, our b is kind of hidden, it's 1. So negative 1 over 2 times 1/2. 2 times 1/2 is just 1. Negative 1 divided by 1 is still going to be 1. So h equals negative 1. Now to find out your k, you plug it in. K equals 1/2 times negative 1 squared plus negative 1 plus 4. So evaluating that, negative 1 squared is positive 1. So that's 1/2 minus 1/2 plus 4. So your vertex is going to be not minus 1/2, minus 1. So that vertex is going to be 3.5. Okay, so our vertex is, this is the k. Vertex is given to us as negative 1, 3.5. Negative 1 and 3.5 is right here. And then it's going to be an upward opening parabola because this is positive. So it's going to look something like this. Actually, I think it goes through here. Okay, it looks something like that. Okay, now to find the vertex in this one, remember that your x-intercepts, since this is in factored form, we basically are given our x-intercepts. We have x-intercepts at x minus 2, so that x-intercept is x equals 2. And then x plus 4 is the same thing as x minus negative 4. So our other x-intercept is found at negative 4. So we have an x-intercept here at negative 4 and an x-intercept here at positive 2. So that means that the vertex is located exactly halfway. So our axis of symmetry is exactly halfway between +2 and -4. There's a couple different ways that you could do that. You can do -4 plus 2 divided by 2. Or visually, this isn't that hard. You can see that, okay, if I count 3 over and 3 over, that's going to hit exactly the middle. There's a total distance of 6 here, so I have to go 3 on this side, 3 on that side. And now we're going to plug in to figure out where exactly on here we're going to hit what the y value will be on that axis of symmetry. So we're going to plug in -1 for x, -1 minus 2, and -1 plus 4. So that's going to give us -1/4 times -3 times +3. So that's going to give us +9/4, which is the same thing as 2.25. So at 2.25, right about there, and then we just have to draw a U that contains those points. All right, now to find the equation of this graph, we're given the vertex, so it's going to be best if we use the vertex formula. Our vertex formula is y equals a times x minus h squared plus k. And this is just h comma k. So that gives us y equals a times x minus 3 squared plus 2. But we still have to figure out what a is. To figure out what a is, we're going to plug in x and y in order to solve for a. So that'll give us -10. Let me work over here. -10 equals a times 5 minus 3 squared plus 2. -10 equals 5 minus 3 is 2. I'm going to write it in this order, 2 squared times a plus 2. That's -10 equals 2 squared is 4a plus 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. -12 equals 4a. So a equals, when we divide by 4, -3. So our final equation is y equals -3 times x minus 3 squared plus 2. And over here, we're given our x-intercepts. So with our x-intercepts, we want to use the form y equals a times x minus p and x minus q. Our p and q are 3 and 5, so that's going to give us y equals a times x minus 3 and x minus 5. And again, we still need to figure out what a is, so we're going to plug this in. I'm going to just label these as p and q. We still have to plug in x and y, and that should help us to figure out what a is. So 1 equals a times 2 minus 3 times 2 minus 5. That's 1 equals a times -1 times -3. So 1 equals -1 times -3 is +3. 1 equals 3a. Divide both sides by 3 gives us 1/3 equals a. So y equals 1/3 x minus 3 times x minus 5.